Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I have it recording because last time I screwed up. Um, so I have it recording. I don't want to touch anything. So we'll start in about 7 minutes.
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure how this works. I had to download everything, so I've been here for a little bit. But that's okay.
Well, that's good. At least you're on the ball.
Yeah.
Are we the only ones here?
Kim was here. She just walked away for a minute.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
You know how high Carmen sang?
I see Tabitha.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh, wait, I gotta put my.
Is anyone else on an iPad? How do you get to see everyone?
I don't know. And I'm praying that my computer doesn't crash. Are you? Say your little doggy.
Yeah.
Aww. I literally just walked in the door from my son's chorus practice, chorus concert. I'm like, I hope I make it. I hope I make it.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Erlen, can you take Belle? I'm so scared.
We'll grab mine.
Hello.
Hello.
1 minute. What?
Kim, what is that on your wall?
That's a deer.
All I see is the bottom piece. I can't see the top piece.
He's already headed down.
Ah, there you go.
I'm in my husband's office. It's so funny. We have separate office, and my husband likes my office, and I like his.
Oh, that's funny.
You should switch.
Yeah, there you go.
His office is like away from everything, and my office is like part of the living room. So I can't concentrate.
I need my own office. I need my space
Yeah.
from all these people in my kitchen.
We're gonna start in like 3 minutes.
Okay.
That's so strange. Like it switches like full screen between you and Kim.
Yeah, how does that do that?
I don't know. How does it know?
Do you do that, Kim?
I don't think she's listening.
She's ignoring it. I gotta sharpen my pencil.
Take notes.
Yeah.
Mommy.
I want to see everyone.
I know. I was wondering at the last call too, because it was sporadically kind of moving like all over the place.
Yeah. Like I know on my laptop I can do it with everyone, but I didn't plug it in.
Suzanne's there, Jen's there. Let's see. Lauren. I'm going to start in about 1 more minute because it's about 1 minute of 9. I'm actually going to hit the mute button, and then I will unmute our speakers as they speak.
Okay.
All right, I think Dina's on there now. And the order that we'll go into is the way we did it last week, which was Jen, Suzanne, and Dina. That way you guys will be comfortable with the way you started. So I'm just going to wait a couple more minutes. Okay, well, welcome to the call that we're having tonight. The purpose of our call is so that you learn a little bit more about Beachbody and you learn a little bit more about our organization. Basically, we invited you because so many people see Beachbody, right? Because I'm sure that you on your timeline or in your neighborhood or in your town, you have known more than one person who's involved with Beachbody, or perhaps you've seen the videos, the infomercials on TV or Shakeology, and you're like, what is this? Well, we've taken a different approach in our organization because we really feel like Beachbody is about the people. It's really about the people, it's about the transformations, and it's really about what happens, because there are a lot of companies out there, and we're not just selling a pair of eyelashes, a mascara. We're not selling 31 bags. We're not selling nail polish, any of that. We're really truly intent on changing people's lives and making them better. And so we thought, what better way to explain that than to use our own coaches and for you to hear their firsthand testimony of basically what it's been like for them, why they came into Beachbody, what happened to them on their journey, and where they are now as a coach. And we feel that this is the best way because so often I think people look at us and they're like, I could never coach. I know that you'll hear the other testimonies tonight that, not one of them signed up thinking that they would ever be a coach or anything like that. And what's interesting is that I don't want to speak for them, but I can speak for myself. A lot of us came into Beachbody like kind of like at our lowest. We didn't feel good. We were not happy with the way we were living our lives. And we saw Beachbody as an opportunity to change it. There were several other products I know that I have tried in the past and completely failed with. But for some reason, Beachbody kind of stood out as being something that was going to be different. It was expected that you would commit. And I did commit. And honestly, it's been the only thing besides my marriage and my 2 kids that I've never quit. And yet, because I've never quit it, I've been successful. So I don't want to take up too much of the time, because we have some wonderful, wonderful ladies on the line who are just going to blow you away with their stories. And, not only are you going to be inspired by them, I think you're going to hear parts of your own story in their story. So I'm actually going to turn over. The first speaker is Jen Niles. She is a diamond coach in our organization, and she was actually my first customer and first coach. So I'm going to unmute her audio so that she can start her story. Go ahead, Jen.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. My name is Jen Niles, and I met Kim about 2 years ago on a football field in Allentown, New Jersey. I had just turned 40 years old. I was a working mom of 3 kids, and my youngest son was just about 2.5 years old at the time. And with my first 2 children, I really didn't have a hard time losing the weight. I think because I was a lot younger when I had them. But when I had my last son, I was 38 years old. And I just found it was so difficult to get that weight off. And I was overworked, overweight, and up to over my head in credit card and bills at that time. And when I saw Kim on that football field, she looked fit, she looked healthy, but she also looked confident. And that was something I was truly lacking at that point in my life. I was always very self-conscious about the way I felt, the way I looked. I would get dressed in the closet with the lights off just so no one could see me. I didn't like what I was seeing in the mirror. And I kind of just resigned myself to the fact that this is 40. This is how it's going to be. My husband loved me no matter what. But I still felt like something was missing. Like I just couldn't let that be the next 40 years of my life. So when I saw Kim and I saw that she was confident, I just kind of filed it in the back of my head and said, maybe someday, I tried numerous things to try to lose weight, quick fixes. I'd started a diet on Monday, and by Monday afternoon, I was eating, a bag of chips and bread, and I just had no energy. I had no desire. I was present for my kids. And I just kind of felt very low at that time. About a week later, I was on Facebook, and one of my friends had posted or commented on a post, something about a free weight loss group, free accountability group. And I said, all right, maybe this is something that I could do, and I'll find out who's posting this, who's running this group. And it turned out to be Kim. So I took that as a sign that the woman that I saw that was so confident is running these groups and she can actually help me. I have to suck it up and just message her and figure out how I can get her to help me. So when I reached out to Kim, I immediately, there was a bond immediately. She related to everything that I was feeling. She felt the same things that I had felt, as far as lack of energy, lack of confidence, feeling just really low at the time. And she had said this is what she had done to get herself back, to lose weight, to get fit. She was feeling more healthy, and now she's helping other people do it. So she sent me off to her website, and I went ahead and signed up with a program called TurboFire. I had to wait for one of our credit cards for one of the payments to clear on our credit cards because we didn't have the extra money to invest in a little program. I was not going to drink Shakeology in the beginning. I felt that if I like to eat, so I didn't want to drink. Like I like the feeling of chewing. Chewing is, that's how I gained all my weight, is by eating. So I was not going to drink Shakeology. And in that first accountability group, if Kim told me to post a picture of my sneakers, I was going to do it. If she told me to post a picture of me drinking a glass of water, I was going to do it, because I knew that those were the things that Kim herself had done to get herself to where she was that day. So about 3 months into my journey, I had lost about 20 pounds, and people started taking notice. Some of my coworkers, my friends, my family, and I really didn't want to tell anybody what I was doing because I was afraid of failing yet again. So I told them, you know, once they started noticing my weight loss, I was referring them to Kim. And, you know, Kim had said to me, Jen, you have phenomenal results. Everyone that you're referring to me sees your transformation. They're your friends. They are seeing how hard you're working. They trust you. You really should think about being a coach. And I really, at that point, I didn't really understand what coaching was. And I said, I can barely take care of myself. I can't be responsible for everybody else. I'm not in great shape. I still have another 20 pounds to lose. I don't have time. I don't know how to eat healthy. I don't know how to help people. But it kind of sparked something in me that if I could help other people, I didn't need to be the perfect weight, because that's what people were relating to, was that I was overweight and I was overcoming struggles and hurdles that maybe I could help other people and in turn help me. So I went ahead and signed up as a coach, and I actually bought a challenge pack and got on Shakeology. It was the best decision I ever made. Immediately I felt like I had the energy to sustain me through Insanity, which was the program I started after Turbo Fire. And little by little, each time that someone would reach out to me and say that I was inspiring them, or someone reached out to me and said that they've lost a couple of pounds, it gave me pride and satisfaction that I was actually helping other people. My confidence started growing. I started becoming more present. And that's the thing about Beachbody. It's not just about losing weight and drinking Shakeology. That's just the tool to get you to where you need to be. The company is just the team itself. Everyone is so supportive, so compassionate. You can work on your outside, but Beachbody really does focus on the inside and changing your thoughts and building your confidence and working on personal development to go along with your physical transformation. It's also a mental transformation. So each time that I would help somebody, it actually boosted my confidence and lit something inside of me. Fast forward about 2 years later, I reached diamond status with the help of one of my coaches, Karen, who's on the call tonight. She and I went to high school together. We've reconnected, and you know, she's been my rock through all of this. When I became diamond, I actually quit my job. I was a state worker at the state of New Jersey to pursue this full time, because as events had happened, we decided to move our family across country from New Jersey and relocate to Texas. And I had a hard decision to make whether or not I wanted to go back to work full time and be away from my kids and be in a car for 2 hours, you know, each day commuting, or did I want to be fully present and go full force with Beachbody? So not only has my physical changed, I've also changed locations. And the one thing that's always been consistent through all of this, and the one thing that I've stuck with even in all those times that, you know, with moving and the stress, Beachbody has always been there for me. It's gotten me through a move, relocating my family, my kids, helping me stay present to help my kids through this huge life transition. So that's my story.
Thank you so much for sharing that. I didn't introduce myself, I realized. I am Kim Lima. I like to always say that I'm like the first person, I'm the first person that started drinking a shake and working out. And this organization has grown to over 1,000 people, which is pretty incredible in a matter of 2 years. And if you ask me, we're just getting started. It's a really exciting time. I really love to see the enthusiasm, the new people who come in, the people who have been there since the beginning, who are still just as enthusiastic and helping people. So it's we're getting into a groove. It's a good place to be right now. I'm going to introduce you to our next coach, which is Suzanne. Go ahead, Suzanne. You are unmuted.
Thank you so much. Oh, sorry, I'm echoing. There we go. Thank you so much. It's such an honor to be here. Beachbody has just made such an impact in my life that it's always my heart to share about it and to encourage another sister along. So I appreciate being here. My journey really started last fall. I had a big birthday. I mean, like a really big birthday. And we went out for my birthday and we did dinner, and you do the whole thing. We had appetizers, desserts, and took pictures. And at the end of the night, you do like, okay, birthday memory, check, that was off the list. So a couple of days later, I'm looking at the pictures, and honestly, I was so disappointed in what I saw, because I'm looking at the pictures and I'm like, who is that big woman in the pictures? Now you hear that, cameras add 10 pounds, and I'm like, okay, how many cameras were on me exactly? I'm trying to make light of it, but it was a really eye-opening moment, okay? So I'm looking at the picture and I'm thinking, okay, my mouth is smiling, but my eyes were not, okay? This is where I get real. What I saw in my face was the way I felt in my heart. And I knew something was missing in my marriage, and something was missing with my kids, and something was missing in my day. And what I really realized is what was missing was me. Like I was missing in my own life. I wasn't showing up in my own life. And I was thinking about it, and I guess I was having a midlife crisis or a midwife crisis, okay? So, as a mom, like I had a successful career, and I made the choice to stay home when it came. I didn't ever plan it. It just kind of happened, but I wanted to be home. But then I lost myself in it, because you're wearing so many hats, and you're the mom, and you put on the Band-Aids, and you're the housekeeper and the chauffeur, and I wore all these hats, but the only hat that I never wore was my own. So it wasn't something terrible that happened to me. It was just neglect of my own self-care. So I just kind of lost myself. So this all hit me in the face the week of my 50th birthday, okay? And so I'm going along, and I know I need a change. I don't really know what. So about that time, I met a neighbor, and our boys are best friends. And we had talked a couple of times. I knew she had something to do with Beachbody. At the time, I didn't really know anything, what it was or anything. And one time we were at this party together in the neighborhood, and she walked by. Okay, y'all, I'm sorry. This is how it started. She walked by, and I thought, that girl looks good in her jeans. Now I had not looked good in a pair of jeans. I mean, I needed a little something, okay? So that's just how it started. I'll just get it out there. And so I got with her, and I was like, what are you doing? And she said, well, I did 21-day fixed nutrition and the workouts and drank Shakeology and was in an accountability group. Well, I knew that I wanted what she had, and I had to do what she did to get it. I mean, that's just kind of the way I think. Like, I'm a follower. And so I said, okay, well, at least in that respect. I said, okay. So we got me signed up. And I'll be honest with you, at the time, we didn't have money laying around to do that. Like, I didn't tell my husband, I'm signing up for the shake and all that. But I made it work, you guys, because I really feel like, I want to encourage you coaches out there, people make money. They come up with money to do what they want to do. And I mean, I quit. I used to always get sushi at the grocery store and go get expensive drinks at Starbucks and go through the drive-thru or eat a whole pizza by myself. I mean, you cut that out, and I had money. So here we go. I worked the program, fast forward to today, and I'm 30 pounds lighter. I should say. And it wasn't always easy. There were days that, you know, I had 2 whole months, I didn't even lose anything. But I had the vision because I knew she had done it, and I'd met a lot of you, and you guys had done it, and I just stayed on the path, and I kept going. And so I've lost 30 pounds. So that's what I have lost. But what I have gained is far more. What I have gained is I am more present in my marriage, and I am more present with my family, and I'm more present in my day. Like, I'm showing up in my own life. It is like my life has gone from a black and white silent movie to a full color surround sound and Dolby stereo. I mean, it has just done like is that a 180 or 360? 180, I guess. So it has just made such an impact on me. So I want to encourage all of you coaches out there. I want to encourage you that this thing that you have in your hand, it is a gift. It is a gift. And please do not be shy about sending out an invite, being vulnerable on Facebook. Thank goodness Elizabeth Castile friended me and we met. Please do not be shy about that. This is not so much, this is what I see with the eyes of my heart, okay? This is not so much a business. It is, but you hear me out. As it is like a movement. It's a movement that is empowering women. It is giving them back their identity, giving them back their voice, allowing them to be at home but still have an income to kind of make give themselves some weight. You know what I'm saying? Like have their own thing. Like finally I kind of have my own thing that I haven't had in a long time. And as coaches, we're not so much building a business as we are building a woman. So I just want to encourage you, please reach out. Thank you.
Thank you, Suzanne. I love that. I feel like every time you talk, there's like a quotable thing.
Oh,
We're not building business, we're building women. I love it. All right, I am going to pass the microphone over to our next coach, Dina. And if you follow her on Facebook, she has some fabulous new spring clothes that she's just looking awesome in. And there's nothing that makes me smile when I go through my news feed than to see a happy woman who is like putting pictures of herself on Facebook because they're proud and they're happy. So Dina, take it away.
Hi, thanks, Kim. Thanks, everyone. So as Kim said, I'm Dina, and my story is 35 years long, but we don't have that much time, so I'll try to summarize it as quickly as possible. My journey started about 2 years ago, and in in my early 20s, I was diagnosed with PCOS, that's polycystic ovarian syndrome, and I was told that I wasn't going to be able to have any children. But being that I was in my early 20s and children wasn't in my near future, I didn't take it seriously. Fast forward to a few years, and I was married, and we got pregnant with our son, and we were beyond excited, and we wanted to add one more to our family. And to our surprise, we found out that we couldn't because of my PCOS, and we lost 4 pregnancies in the matter of 7 years, which took a massive toll on my psyche, my physical, you name it. I was just completely discombobulated. And in that time, I was starting to lose who I was and be out of touch with myself. In fall of 2014, we were shocked to find out that we were pregnant with our second baby. And that same year, my best friend was getting married, and I was in her wedding party, and I had to fit in her dress. And by then, my scale had tipped at 204 pounds. I am 5'2". So that was putting a lot of strain on my joints, on my body, and I just felt miserable. I felt disgusting. After I gave birth to my daughter in 2014, I literally went into hiatus. I developed panic attacks. I didn't want to be seen in public because of how I looked and how I felt. I felt ashamed of myself, of my appearance. My relationship with my husband was not good. And I also had lost touch with my own son, and I wasn't there for him. I didn't want to be seen at the park. And I started to make excuses as to why we couldn't attend family and friends event. I was blaming it on the children, but it was me that just couldn't bear to be outside and be seen by anyone. So my girlfriend's wedding was coming up, and I needed to fit into this dress. And it was to the point where I had to decide, do I spend money that we didn't have to buy a new dress or try to figure out how to lose weight? I had to look at myself on Facebook, and I just happened to activate myself again. And the first post that I saw was from my coach, Nicole Crook, and her newsfeed said that she was doing 21 Day Fix, and she looked amazing, and she looked so happy. And I reached out to her. Let me backtrack really quickly. I had bought the Brazilian butt lift because I saw it an information in the middle of the night, and I thought I want to do that because it looked like fun, and I want to, I love dancing. And I never opened the box. We moved, and last spring I just happened to be cleaning our house and unpacking, and I found this Beachbody box, so I opened it, and that's how I got myself somewhat active with Beachbody. And when I went back to Facebook and I saw Nicole, I reached out to her and I said, I need help. I have this wedding coming up. What are you doing? And she took me under her wing. She was amazing, so supportive. And within those 3 weeks, I lost over 16 pounds and over 16 inches. And I was hooked. And I told her, what do I do next? Tell me. And she said, well, let's do Shakeology. Let's add Shakeology to your program. And again, at the time, we were just so strapped with money. I had quit my job, and we had to figure out how to come up with that money. And it just happened to be my birthday coming up around that time. And my husband asked me, what do you want for your birthday? And I said, I want Shakeology. And we came up with the money. I signed up as a discount coach. I got myself a new challenge pack, and I haven't looked back since. I'm just about to celebrate my 9th month anniversary with my new journey, and I have lost close to 40 pounds. I don't know how many inches because I honestly have lost track. But like Kim said, I'm a new woman. I took control of my life. I fell in love with Dina. I fell in love with my husband. I fell in love with my children. And I literally, this afternoon, I went to the store. And usually when I go to the store, I don't like to be approached and said, can I help you? Because it's literally, I go into the store, I grab a size that I think is going to fit me, run home, try it on, try my eyes out, and then wait right before I have to return the item. But this afternoon, I walked into the store, and the lady said, how can I help you? And if I had cameras in me, I think I would have burst the screen. Because I was like, yes, you can help me. I need you to help me find new clothes. And they did, and I was sharing them my story. And I walked out with a brand new wardrobe. I am besides myself of how happy I feel on the inside. Beachbody has done more than just help me lose the weight that I needed to. It's helped me build a confidence that I haven't had in so long. I feel amazing, and I owe it to Nicole, to Beachbody, and to everyone in our accountability group. Without their support, I really don't know where I would be. I am a different woman. I'm a reborn person, and I love myself, and I can't stop smiling because it's just an amazing feeling to have. So that's it. That's all I have right now.
Oh, that's it. Thank you. So as you can see, those are just 3 stories, really. I think you see all these faces if you're online with us. And every one of us have a story. And every one of us has a different story, and yet there's commonalities between all of us. Nobody here is an expert. Nobody here is somebody who came into this, thinking that they were going to be this amazing coach or thinking that they were even going to build a business. A lot of people came to this place because they were fed up, they wanted change, and they committed to it. And with the support that comes with joining us, they have, you've heard their stories. It's kind of amazing, and sometimes I have to pinch myself that this is my job, and that I get to be a part of this, and I get to wake up every morning to text messages that say, oh my goodness, I just got off the scale, or oh my goodness, I put on a pair of pants to work that didn't fit last week and stuff, and it's just completely amazing. So hopefully you've heard a little bit about what our organization is like, what Beachbody is like. And, like I tell all my coaches and my customers, wherever you are, your coach will meet you. If you want to walk, they'll walk. If you want to jog, they'll jog. If you want to race to that line, they will race with you. But you can bet yourself that they will be by your side. So thank you so much for being on the call. And please, I'm sure that your coach who invited you on this call will be in touch with you. But just in case that doesn't happen, please reach out to them if you don't hear from them and let them know what you thought of the call. We always love to hear feedback because, we're not perfect. And we want to do our best to show people what our organization is like. And if you can give us some feedback, that would be amazing. So thank you so much for being on the call.